How to remix a viral track in 2024? Well, that is a good question. And today, I'll give you the answer. So stick around as we are going for a ride. Every few weeks, a new track goes viral on YouTube, TikTok or Instagram, and everybody's using it to get noticed with their videos. And as a music producer, especially if you want to get noticed by the masses, it's actually a great idea to make a remix or a bootleg. Now, many people ask what is the difference between the remix and the bootleg. So remixing a track originally involves taking the original components such as the vocal lines, beats or instrumentals of a song and altering them to create a new version of the track. This process can include changing the tempo, adding new melodies, altering the song structure and introducing new rhythms and effects. In professional music production, remixes are typically done by other artists, producers or DJs. They often require permission from the original artists or labels. Officially, remixing is a recognized form of musical artistry that allows for creative reinterpretation and can give a song a new life in a different context or genres. I myself did heaps of remixes and I love giving the tracks, especially the classic trance pieces, a new coat in my own style. If you want to hear some of them, check the link in the description. On the other hand, bootleg in the context of music refers to an unauthorized remix of a song. Unlike official remixes, which are done with permission from the original artist or whoever owns the copyright, bootlegs are made without such permission. First of all, bootlegs are not officially requested by the copyright owners, so officially you don't have a legal right to redistribute the song and its intellectual property. Because they are unauthorized, bootlegs are often distributed through informal channels such as underground music websites, peer-to-peer sharing networks, social media, or live DJ sets. Or if you are bold enough to risk a copyright strike, you can post them here on YouTube for everyone to listen. Despite this legal gray area, bootlegs are often appreciated in the music community for their creativity and for introducing a fresh take on the original tracks. Like, you can have a hip-hop track remixed in a hardstyle and it sounds amazing.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
Sometimes they can lead to increased visibility for an original artist among the new audiences. And on top of that, it can make you shine above the rest, since you could be the first one to make a killer bootleg of a viral track. So you and me, as the creators of bootlegs, we run into the risk of legal action from copyright holders. However, the enforcement of these rights can vary widely, and sometimes original artists or labels might overlook or unofficially even endorse the remixes if they contribute to the song's popularity without causing financial harm. So if you don't sell it, it should be fine. Bootlegs in the end highlight this vibrant culture of remixing in the music world, where artists experiment and interact with existing works to create something new, even when it's outside the boundaries of formal copyright laws. Now that we got all this out of the way, how do I actually do the remix fast and easy? Because that's what this video is about. So let's take the track by Artemas, I Like the Way You Kiss Me, as an example. This track is so viral right now that they will have to start handing out new face masks just to keep us safe. Let's go to the step one, getting the vocals. To get the vocals out of the track is one of the simplest things these days. You can either use the free or a paid AI tools such as lalal.ai or fader.com that allows you to get the stems and especially the vocals. By the way guys, if you want to know how to get the vocals out from a track, check this video in the corner. I personally found fader.com to be the best. They are not sponsoring this video, I just like their stem splitter the best, and if Fader is watching, if you guys want to send me a message or something, that would be awesome. So their quality at Fader is really great, and it also gives you the option to generate MIDI. And the MIDI isn't always accurate, but sometimes it can give you a hint on the key of the track and the chord progression, which is handy when you're making a remix. Step 2, as I already mentioned, is getting the key of the track and the chord progression. It is a very crucial part of making a remix or a bootleg. Without the correct key and chord progression, your vocals would sound out of tune or even flat. What is the easiest way how to get the key and the chord progression right? Well, you can use fader.com again, where you can see the keys being played when you preview your generated stems, which is super useful. Just be careful, as the information is not always correct. You can also head over to Google and look for the particular MIDI of the track that you're looking for. For example, nonstop2k.com is a great place to start. Just a note, they might ask you for a subscription with credits in case the MIDI is like super fresh.
Oh, hell no!
And they're also not always accurate. I downloaded a couple of the MIDIs and it's like 50-50, so try for yourself. If you're still out of luck, here is a quick way on how you can get a key of the track and the chord progression. You can use EQ. Many equalizers nowadays will show you the key information, so when you turn your focus on the bass notes, usually below 120 Hz, in Ableton, you can just hover over the peak of the bass line and you can see the key right on the left corner of the EQ, or you can use the tuner, which will show you the key, but it's also not very accurate, so the best way I found is just using the EQ. This way you can also figure out the chord progression. Just listen and look for the bass peaks, and then just note them down so you get the right chord progression. Okay, so now we have the vocal, we have the key of the track, and also we got the chord progression. So what is next? Well, the last thing we are missing is the actual BPM or beats per minute, which tells us what tempo the track is in. You know, in case we want to change it, we need to know the original tempo. In case of I Like the Way You Kissed Me, the tempo is 151.5 BPM. So for trance remix, I just slow it down to 138 and here we go. Now, if you want to get into the details of how to make a remix, I actually did a trance remix masterclass on my page, readyformasterclass.com. This class will teach you everything you need to know to create a dynamic remix like never before. And the best part? You can download the remix template project and use it as a starting point for your own remixes. Link is in the description. So what is the last step? Well, making your own melody. Since I mainly focus on trance music as a trance producer, I have decided to go with the trance melody. I already know the chord progressions, I'm just going to drag and drop one of the MIDIs from Meyer's Instant Melody Maker, move notes around accordingly to the bass note, and voila, the main melody is done.
Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back, just you don't get attached.
Now, the most important thing when remixing is to stay true to the original. Make sure that it keeps the message and its heart. The purpose of a remix is just to give it your take in your own style, so be creative and most of all, be you. By the way guys, if you want to see how I progressed on this bootleg remix, head over to my Patreon and watch the full video. It is available now for all patrons. And of course, a huge shout out to everyone who is supporting me via Patreon and here on YouTube. It really helps me to come up with some more and more content for you. And that's all for today, guys. I hope it was helpful and you will make some killer bootlegs this year. Thank you very much for watching and see you for the next one. Ciao.